get this thing going first. What's new, right? This is just different than. Oh, come on, internet. Oh man, my fucking dad. So I've had a day from hell. Survived it. The brain, I can't sleep. You know, when you're so tired, you can't sleep. So yeah, it happened yesterday. My car broke down during evening times. The stick shift broke. It's like a cable. Anyway, I couldn't shift gears. It worked out where I was and everything. It's just getting through it. And even the scenario of how to get through it. I thought about this a while back. Of if shit hits the fan, anyway, it worked, but I'm just exhausted. And it's just just everything happens for a reason. I was going to do a video about the U.S. going down and everything, going through its, and then my car breaks down the same day. So that's kind of weird. I was talking about the U.S. going through this reconstruction or rebirth reset, and my car breaks down on that same time. So it's like, okay. And today, it's just like decision making, and then the auto mechanic just happened to have a car that looks just like mine. And so when I talked to the lady, she told me about the wrong car. So I'm thinking like, okay, maybe they got it in somehow. And she told me about the wrong car. I was like, yeah, I got there. So I was like, oh, I got it wrong. I mean, my brain's already like not operating too well. Because I'm trying to figure out what to do. I'm on the edge, and I'm running out of time. And it's like, oh, sorry. It's like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I'm brain dead right now. Just don't do this to me. Anyway, I had an Uber driver that was named Jesus after that. So I feel better now. Jesus is there to help me. Yeah, so Jesus was there. So yeah. So anyway, yeah, my car is connected to my energy field, so we'll see what's on the horizon. I don't know what's gonna happen. Oh yeah, they said something about a hurricane out. It doesn't mean it's gonna hit us, but it doesn't mean anything like that's gonna happen. But there is a hurricane out in Africa that might form into a hurricane. It's way too soon to tell, though. It might turn into nothing, though. It has a potential coming this way. We're not going to go there. Don't worry about it. Anyway, so I think it all worked out. It's just still trying to. Today was just. Yeah. It's what do you call it? A chess game, you can say. Yeah, it's kind of messed up. Like your car's at the mechanic. There's a car just like yours there. What are the fucking chances of that happening? I mean, the same damn color. It's like, what are the chances of that? So, different problem, but same color. It's so messed up. So, anyway, so something is definitely in flux. We had the thing this week with the political situation, which a politician I don't know anything about. I don't know anything about that guy until he got shot. I didn't know who he was. I saw him somewhere, but didn't care. And now I know who he is, and I still don't care. But yeah, I don't know. He might have been. I don't know. I'm gonna call it too radical, but then again, Trump's the same way in their own way. So whatever, it doesn't matter. So that's going to snowball into something at some point. There's going to be pushback. There's, not just going to have, someone's going to get mad and do something, or I would assume, because enough crazies are out there. So who knows? And like I said, October, and my brain's fried, so I don't know if I can. I don't know anything at this point. Hey, man. Whatever's going on astrally, I know nothing. I can say this: last year when this happened, when I had like every year I have a kind of that one was anyway. Whatever. Before the last year, I had a car issue. I even had a dream. My higher self or someone, or myself or someone, was not looking forward to it. And sure enough, it wasn't that great. I think I mentioned that yesterday. I can't remember. But anyway, this year I didn't have that, so I did see an archon being in a dream. That was about it. Yeah, I did see that, but I think that was related to something else. Mind control of others, but I don't think it's related to the app. But it was all divine intervention. Everything has a rhyme and a reason. Yeah, just follow your feelings and do the best you can. And that's all you can do. And we're at a frequency where most people are not at. Not to say you're better, but we're running at a frequency that others are just not. I don't know. Just maybe we're just too free, I guess, in some ways. Or tapping into realities and all that. Tapping into the main timeline. Like what happened this week, the political situation. Obviously, I'm not using the exact words of it, but I would think there's going to be some domino effect of that somewhere. Something's brewing. But yeah, U.S. like the shootings in the U.S. is like 300 at this point. It's like fucking hey, man. For that type of event, or school shit, whatever it is. What the fuck, man? Yeah, the Wild West. But that's why the U.S. needs to go through some kind of reset at some point. Well, it needs to calm down, clear out a lot of its madness. Even spiritual communities, like I said, as some still have a lot of drama or chaos in their energy field, and they can't heal it, so they're attracted to chaos. The secret space programs or whatever that's out there, and just like, I love the whole alien news thing. This week in alien news, like, okay, that's our crap. That's not theirs. I mean, imagine there are alien news there somewhere, but aren't we supposed to evolve beyond that? Yeah, I guess some have not done that. Alien news. First off, you can't prove it. They're just pulling it out of their ass, basically. That's the French crazy lady. The one with the dad issues. That's obviously the audience doesn't even give it. They don't even know that. They're so freaking lost. So whatever. Let me tell you kind of pro sessions. Scheduler. Shop here. So that means I channel Jesus. Is that what? I'm not going to do that. I leave the prime creator Jesus out of all this, and the angels. I've channeled those in the past, a long time ago now. But yeah, I do other. I don't know. Kind of channeled out. I've channeled everybody to some level. Not enough. Let's put it that way. I've done my fair share. That's why I'm doing the astral connections, because that is neutral and just maybe not as exciting. Who cares? Even, I mean, we have, of course, in the spirit realms, we're just energy. We're just stupid energy or wherever, and very intelligent energy, but also lacking in experience in a world is like with this. So take your energy field and shove it into a body and try to and keep doing it until you get it right, where you feel well until you feel more satisfied with it. And of course, it clears out a lot of issues, and it just gets you. It goes, of course, you also go to the galactic levels of be able to handle. Even in a physical reality, like you can think like being like a. We'll just use the alien side of it, like or an angelic ambassador, or an angel, an alien ambassador. Think like you can handle different environments. So yeah, you're maybe we'll just say a fourth, fifth dimensional being, but you can handle disputes on a non-physical realm and a physical realm. It just and you get knowledge, because this world's going through its inner turmoil, and there's obviously galactic being, it goes into like, it's like beyond, we just get through this basically. But there is a higher purpose for all this, but just not shown for obvious reasons. But it's not all for nothing, even if it does feel like it's all for nothing. Boy, does it look like that. But yeah, well, it's the other thing coming here. I talked about this. I talked about everything already, but you go back. Coming here is coming like kind of going back to I wouldn't call it. It's kind of like going backwards. Yeah, it's can you do the simplest mundane things without going insane? Wash your clothes, sign your name, do like it's kind of like play tic-tac-toe. Just do small little things in the physical, because of the beings that want a physical body. Obviously there's the ups and downs to it, and the downside is that it's the decline of it. It's the incarnate as a baby, then you leave as a baby. One way of looking at it. And it does, I mean, there might be some positives to that, but also, when you get older. But then again, if you get older and you do start going into, it depends. There's reasons for that too. Sometimes the soul is soul. Maybe the soul can start acting like a baby. That's what happens too. It's part of it. It's a reflection of that. Different ways of looking at it. So, anyway. It might be adults, but it doesn't mean we're always, especially when you go through a lot of pain, life pain, and you just want to scream, and you just want to scream like a kid, because it is painful, it is. And you're dealing with the selfishness and hard-headedness of society. It's a lot, because they're having a blast, being a pain in the ass. And it's kind of like a parent, when a parent like loses their cool, when you're around others, and and then it's kind of like that. I guess it's one way of looking at it. It's like, or a teacher and your kids are telling you fuck off or something like that. You get frustrated. I guess that's one way of looking at it. It's different ways of looking at it. Here, I need to blow a candle out a second. Either way, you just don't make it personal and just keep it evolving. But either way. So, of course, on a higher level, we're not always aware of why our soul chooses what. We look at our higher self, like, what the fuck are you doing? What am I doing? He's like, what? Am I that messed up? Do I have to go through this shit? It's like, am I that ass backwards? We're not. I mean, we're just doing the human experience thing. We're not knowing everything. We're not supposed to know anything, and it's just. Even those that are like spiritually evolved, sometimes we might be the most clueless people ever, because we get even more blocked. Because those that don't care about anything, they're just la-di-da, doing third dimension, watching sports, looking like shit, And sometimes they can tap into things and not think anything of it. I can see the future, but it's like, oh, that's nice, and then you go back to being, la di da, eating potato chips, watching whatever. They just have a sense, and some of us are trying to see it, and we can't see jack shit. so, so there's that. I think there's some truth to it, but they don't have a YouTube channel with telling people this shit. So. They're just in regular society. So yeah, it's funny how the average people can probably tap into randomly here and there on certain situations and don't think anything of it. Just think about it. It's like, no big deal, and then move on to the next thing. So anyway, not that they can really see the future. They might somebody see versions of it, pieces of it. You can say we're battling other versions of Earth, at least depending on the situation, without going into the drama. So anyway, okay, I'm worn out. I've been going on way too long too. Holy shit! I should be wrapping up by now. I feel the Elohim, which is I was not seeing that one coming. I didn't really know who I was going to tap into, so. But yeah, what New Earth? Yeah, we're going to see the U.S. go through some kind of change. We're seeing it now. We're seeing things that were once popular. Even beer is not as popular anymore. I think there's some decline there. There's just a decline on many. Or fast food is not. It's gotten too expensive, so that shows that will slowly get phased out to some level, and there'll still be something like it, but not like what it was. And just our modern era is being phased out. And yes, the AI is coming in, but there's it's not a perfect AI. Yeah, Archon AI sometimes. Yeah, well, it's Archon reality is what you expect, right? It's not perfect, but it's coming from our energy, so how can AI be perfect? I mean, I don't think the Terminator thing, some people might manifest that for themselves, but I don't think that's, either way. Because they're copying us, too, so they have to go by something. So, yeah, but it just shows with the AI that less people need to be here and moving on to other places. Bigger and better things, I guess. But there's just no sign of it yet, really. We haven't quite obviously hit it yet. I guess we'll know when it happens. So anyway, the Elohim energies, that's part of our evolution. And you can connect any version of that. There's a million different versions of them. So you can say with so the soul decided to take on the human experience. So think like the Elohim, angelic beings are, and they can be like 300 feet tall or whatever, huge type beings, and they're helping, on a higher level are, okay, you want to experience this human situation, be disconnected, be more materialistic, be lost, be shut down, and so on. That's a tall orb will help deliver that, help you experience that. And everyone's getting something out of it. The aliens are getting something out of it. Everyone's, experience-wise. The guides, everyone's getting it, if you like it or not. So, of course, as a human, we want certain things to happen, of course. Just the way we're designed, and we're not always thankful for what we have too. That's typical human stuff, right? It's good to be always thankful, even if you don't like your situation. Yeah. So anyway, they would provide your basic needs. Yeah, you have what you need. Yeah. Of course, everyone wants more. Well, it's understood because they want, it's for security. But either way. Anyway, all right. I'm going on way too long. So, okay, all right. So, going to Elohim energies. All right, blessings. Greetings to you, Elohim. Think if you're making a choice toward, as you can see, many choices, and some of you are tapping more into your intuition to make the right choice. And yes, you might get into a situation that you're not too happy with, but you're also clearing out karma. And yeah, you just be surprised how many clear out karma currently. And eventually it'll connect to some kind of, you can say, golden timeline where you're meaning like less stress. There'll be some kind of stress, but of course, even with success, there's stress. So, but I believe, yes, I believe many of you just like to have less worry in your life, or just less heaviness. So think about, yes, with the U.S. going through its purge, like it's transforming into another experience. It's just like you humans go through, your own puberty, your own growth. And, well, the nation has to go through it too. And you can say the nation is maturing. And yes, you're letting go of the fast food nation to some level. You're letting go of old belief systems. And doing so, some of you are part of the transition of going into you can say a new earth or a new reality, or however you want to word it. And not everybody wants to be part of that. So they either leave to another version of Earth, they die, or whatever it is. It's all, or they just find a different location to live, or yeah, it's basically your. But think about if you want to look at how of the U.S. or the world itself, but definitely the U.S. is, you can say, becoming less of a teenager. And when you see the teenager energies, you see all the sports enjoyment, and that's great. But many do become more reliant on that. Like they want to play, and that's fine because you go to work and you need some kind of movement, even if you're not necessarily on the field playing, but your mind is just relaxing. It's kind of like a meditation. There'll be some point where society is no longer ignoring their reality, where you're actually building your reality into more of a mature state, more galactic, more angelic, just more, without putting a lot of pressure on you, but, a little bit more, as some of you are already tapping into those realms, to just basically go to the next level of your evolution, basically. Yes, you probably heard this a million times. So that's what you're doing, and you're assisting your reality currently to adjust to the changes of what's to come. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to explain what's going to happen exactly. It's like a tree growing. It's losing its limbs and growing new greenery. It's just like it's going through its like what goes through fall, and the leaves all fall down. It just goes through like you can say a tree becomes naked, and then new growth comes. It goes through a purge, and all of a sudden new, leaves and everything. Even the tree itself looks very unique, different. So it's not something that happens quickly. I mean, you're assisting that transition, also assisting others that wish to learn from this experience. So it's like many of you are part of this. It's part, technically. This new change that's coming to the world, it's part of your DNA. It's part of why you're here. That's why you're still here. Even if you want, it's like, what the hell am I doing here? Well, when you're bringing a change, so you're part of the change. You're not part of the old world, and that's the difficulties. Most of society is part of the old world, and so this is why I have trouble connecting to it. Some of you had trouble. You always had trouble with it. You're always a part of this newer, higher frequency reality that hasn't really been born yet. You can say it's still in the birthing process. It's still it's an idea, but it is coming into your field through you, through all of you, and there's different textures to it, and so on. So you are bringing this new reality into your energy field. And those that are connected to the drama and all that propaganda, you can say some of that. It's just they need entertainment for themselves, and they're kind of like, yeah, just some of them are knuckleheads, but they like refuse this reality, trying to build other realities that probably will never happen here, but they're just, some of them, yes, are an delusional frequency, and that's just the way it is. Those that have a following and just, talk about this about the aliens and try to make it out to something that even the aliens are listening. Something that's like, what is he talking about? We're not doing any of those things. It's like ancient news or from some other reality, or either way, because they're, but either way. Well, it's why many are attracted to this galactic news and all that. Well, it's just, it's another form of the new Earth, you can say, the entertainment version of it. For those that need, doesn't mean it's, some just need it just because the dullness of this reality is so uninteresting. So doing everything they can to bring in some kind of alien reality, whatever it is, even if none of those realities will ever stick into the one that you're creating. Because do you really want all that drama part of your new reality? I believe some of you do not want it. Some are going to bring it in no matter what. Always try to. Because, the dullness of this current world is just not, some have to find some kind of mental drug, and they're doing it. And others of you just like, it's like, you already were a kid, you close that box, and now you want to mature a different way. So some have not grown up, let's put it that way. They need their galactic aliens and all that excitement for some kind of reason within there. It's exciting. And this is also can be, it's not exciting for what you're going into, but it is what's necessary. So, and maybe no. So, just connect with yourself, and you can say enjoy the ride. It's a bumpy one.